Hello, we are back once again. We continue with where we stopped. We were speaking of soft skills, and among the soft skills, we were speaking of etiquette and manners. In this short video, we will speak of specifically some manners, some very specific manners which we need to practice every day in our workplace and in our global culture. First of all, it has to do with the very eating habits. If we observe the eating habits of different people, it's very, very strange, very, very interesting. We can make wonderful videos on the eating habits of different people and laugh to our heart's satisfaction. See, internationally accepted ways of eating. What I mean is, we don't eat with hands, with fingers. We have to use spoon, fork, knife. Of course, Chinese eat with other things, but generally, we have to eat with spoon and fork and knife. And while eating, we don't keep the mouth open and eat and chew. Close the mouth while chewing. And do not speak while eating. When the mouth is full, do not speak, because you will certainly share your food with your neighbor when you start speaking. And do not clear the throat after your meals or even during the meals. Some people clear their throat, making all kind of unpleasant noises, to the great disturbance and embarrassment of those who are sitting at a table with you. And when you drink water or whatever liquid it may be, don't make noise. Some people pull the liquid in the mouth with noise. That belongs to, that pleasure is only for the animals, pigs, cows, etc. They can afford to make that noise, but gentlemen should not do that. Please also, while eating, do not drop your food on the table. Some people throw curry leaves and other food waste on the table. It's most embarrassing. Whatever waste you have, you must keep that in your plate only, or in the quarter plate that is kept alongside of your plate, and not outside on the table. And another very important thing while eating is that you don't stuff your plate, you don't fill your plate like the Everest. Fill the plate with too many things. Take little by little. You have plenty of food, you can take as much as you want, but not in one installment. Don't fill your plate so much so that you cannot be seen behind the plate. Another small little thing while eating that you have to remember is, please do not let food particles hang on your lips. It's very awkward, it's very unpleasant to see food resting on your face or on your lips, and you are not aware of it, or things flowing down on your lips as you are eating or drinking. Make sure that you use a serviette or a napkin to keep your face clean while you are eating. Another thing I have observed in public places is the use of kerchief. Most people have a kerchief in the hand. They keep it on the table and on a public place. Remember, the kerchief is something very personal and very private and very dirty. Even if it is not dirty as yet, make sure that these personal things you don't exhibit or keep it on a table, and much less on the dining table. It's highly offensive for refined gentlemen. And we spoke of work ethic. I would like to add one more thing here. Never rest content with doing the minimum. That is not enough. You must try to do your maximum. That is also part of the work ethic. When you are playing music or listening to music, make sure that you play it only for yourself and not for the whole country, not for the whole office, not for the whole railway station in the public places. Play music only for yourself, and that too very sober. The same I want to say with regard to the use of a sound system. Use the sound system optimally. You don't keep it in your mouth, nor do you stand too far away. There is an optimum distance that you should keep from the mic, neither too much nor too little. Otherwise, you will be blasting. I have seen people, we have 20 people sitting in a room, and you keep the mic in your mouth and start blasting so loud that nobody understands what you are trying to say. All these are expressions not of a gentleman, but people who are immature. Some people think the louder you shout, the better your talk is. Absolutely living under illusion. The same with the use of mobile. Please do not keep the ringtone of your mobile for the whole area. Mobile today is becoming an increasingly a menace for the others. When your mobile rings, make sure that it is very sober, and that at the earliest you put off the ringtone, or you attend the call, or whatever. These are small little things, but very often people don't think of this. Spitting. Today you know that spitting is a crime and you can be penalized. Spitting in public places. These are all unacceptable things. Just one word I want to say about some of the traffic rules. How a gentleman, what is a good manner as far as traffic rules are concerned. In driving, in parking, etc., there are certain ways of doing it. When you drive, for example, you are driving on the highway in the night, and then you are supposed to dim the light when you see another person coming from the opposite side. So that person dims the light and you don't bother. The other person dims the light a second time and you don't bother. And the third time, or you do the same, you dim the light, the other person is coming from the other side and he or she does not dim the light. In spite of your repeated requests, you dim it several times, you request that person to dim the light by doing that, but that person doesn't respond. What happens generally? Most people, in my opinion and in my experience, say to himself or herself, why should I dim the light? Anyway, he is not. I will teach him or her a lesson. I also will not dim the light. In this ordinary transaction, what has really happened? I, who used to be in the habit of dimming the light, now because the other person does not dim the light, I also do not dim the light. Mine is a reactionary behavior. And the other person becomes my boss. I have become a slave of the other. This sort of behavior happens all too often, and in that gamble, I have basically lost my goodness, my good behavior of dimming the light because he did not dim the light. My greatness will consist in I dimming the light in spite of the other person coming from the opposite side and not dimming the light. Make sure, friends, that you do not become slaves of the other. And now you are doing the very same thing against which you are fighting. That person was not dimming the light, you are fighting with him basically mentally. And you are doing the very same thing that against which you fought in the other person. While parking, make sure that you do not inconvenience the other people. These are all excellent, extremely important, good manners. That you do not inconvenience the other, the passers-by, another vehicle that is parked somewhere, or you park in front of a house when you have so much of space elsewhere. Make sure that you park in the right place and in the right manner. And also give preference to pedestrians. You have the zebra crossing all marked out on the road. Pedestrians have got preference on the road. And therefore, especially on the zebra cross, and therefore stop your vehicles till the person has passed by. These are small little things. Give preference to pedestrians, to senior citizens, to ladies and to children. Very, very important manners. And these are things that will augur well, will come in handy for your promotion, for the refinement of your character, of your personality. And then a final thing I want to say, I will not speak too long. Never hesitate to ask pardon or to apologize when you make a mistake. When you make a mistake, sorry sir, it was my mistake, I made a mistake. Unfortunately, very rarely do we hear people accepting the fact that I made a mistake. Two people collide on the road with their bike, and then you see fight, even though everybody knows that the mistake was with this particular person. He or she would never accept that I have made a mistake. These are some of these, one of the very small little things, manners, etiquette. They are small, they are little, but extremely important in the makeup of a refined personality, which is most important for enhancing your employability. These are skills that must go along with hard skills, technical knowledge. I hope I have made sense, and these little advices will certainly come in handy. I'm sure you will copy at least some of them into your life and make it part of your personality. Thank you.